It is absolutely pouring outside today, so I thought it would be a good day to stay inside and work on something that I bought last week at the yard sales. I got wet just standing under there, but the thing that I want to show you and hopefully start up today is my $5 gaming PC. This is a eMachines computer, and this shows you exactly what the internals of it are if it was actually in focus. Let me get you in there so you can see it. It's got a Windows 7 Intel Premium processor. Ooh, we got a DVD drive. Nice. 1 terabyte hard drive. I was kind of surprised to see that. And a 3 gigabyte RAM. Wow. It came with a eMachines keyboard, a Logitech mouse, which has 50 cents on it, but I paid $5 for all of this. And my plan for this is to use it as a gaming PC. Not for the gaming that you're probably thinking of, though. I'm going to be using this for downloading ROMs and emulators and playing classic retro games on my PC that's going to be hooked up to my television. Funny thing about this setup is that I have all of the classics in the storage room of Doom. Right on the other side of that wall, I've got my old Nintendo, I've got my Sega Genesis, I got a Super Nintendo, I got a Dreamcast. I have everything, but it would be nice to have it on demand where I can just turn this on and pretty much play any game that I want to play without having to go get the console and to do all this stuff that it entails to actually get that set up. Plus, to play it on a TV like this, not so easy. In fact, even this, not so easy because it came with a VGA cable. And if you look at the inputs on this on the back, there is no HDMI. This is before the days of that. So I ended up having to go on Amazon, and my $5 gaming PC actually turned into a $15 gaming PC because I bought a $10 cable that converts VGA, which is what this is here, into HDMI, which is what the other end of this is, and what pretty much all of these systems run off of. All the modern consoles, the Xboxes, PlayStations, they're all HDMI. So we'll see if this works. I have no idea whether this PC is even going to turn on. I did not test it out. I didn't do anything with this. In fact, it doesn't even have a power cable, does it? I think I could provide my own of those, but maybe it did. Maybe it's upstairs. I checked upstairs and didn't have a cable, but I do have a drawer of cables, and inside here there might be a power cable. I got a little bit of everything, and some of it falling out. We'll see what I can scrounge up here. The only power cable I could find is one that's like that. Does not have the same inputs. Oh man. I just saw my RC battery charger up here, and I think maybe this will work. Nope, that's not the same. I could steal it from my PC that's currently plugged in. I could borrow it temporarily. Let me see how this thing's powered. Yeah, that'll work. The dumb thing is that that cable was probably at the yard sale. I was just grabbing everything and I probably left it. So that's on me. I don't think the person was trying to deceive me in any way, but yeah, I needed that. I did notice on the side it says manufacturing date 10/10 of 2011. So this is as of right now, 14-year-old computer. Maybe my $5 was actually a pretty fair price for this. I just thought if I could play these games for $5, why not? Holy smokes. The green light, it just lit up. What is this? Oh, that's the DVD drive right there. Wow. I don't even have anything that plays DVDs anymore except for like my PlayStations. That's cool. Is there anything on this side? Does that pop open? That side does not pop open. Kind of looks like an Xbox, doesn't it? That's what it reminds me of. But it is powered on. They're the only inputs we have. We've got 2 USBs. And then an Ethernet. I wonder if this thing even has internet on it. It may not. But that's okay because I have a router right over there, so that'll be fine. And then the VGA, and then we have the microphone and headphones. And then there's your keyboard and mouse, which these will work just perfectly fine for that. But we got to get this going so I can hook this up to this TV. This video is a master class in poor lighting decisions. I didn't set anything up for this. It's just me kind of experimenting, and I debated whether to even film this or not. I was like, why not? Let's bring people along on the journey. You saw me buy it. You can see me try it. That's actually a really good line. Write that down. But anyway, that's the converter that takes you from VGA to HDMI. You don't even need this other one anymore. This is obsolete at this point because this is just going to plug directly into here like that, and then you screw those 2 end pieces in. And then there's another piece that goes from, I believe, this into the headphone, because this only delivers video signal. I also need to deliver audio as well to go into the HDMI. So that's, if you have a modern TV, that's what you're used to seeing. That's how this thing's gonna work. I just like messing around with stuff like this. I love little experiments. And when the guy said $5 for this, I was just like, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Which one of these would be microphone? That one, I think? Or no, audio. Green or blue? I don't know which one it would be. We'll just go green. Why not? And then we got to plug this in. And yeah, I think we're good here. We're good. We're gonna need a keyboard. So here's this one, which is nothing special, but the keys are pretty satisfying. It's a pretty base keyboard. There was a gaming one there, but I like that even less than this one. They do have everything all wrapped up very nicely, which I appreciate. These ones are a little bit easier to determine where they go because they are color-coded to the cable. There we go, and the mouse just turned on, so we know that's working. Keyboard, I'm assuming, is working. We got to get entangled up in the cables here. Move this over a little bit. Again, this is nothing like too fancy. We're going to plug this into that, and then we just need HDMI, which I will borrow once again, this time borrowing from the Xbox. And I just unplugged it too, and we'll plug this in and give it a shot. There we go. Easy as that. Let's get the TV on and see what this thing does. If all goes well, it'll turn on to a Windows desktop. It says no signal. Oh, you know what it is? It's because my desktop isn't powered on. I have this all set up for when we go streaming. It's going through the Elgato and all that jazz. So I'm going to, gosh, I'm complicating my life like you wouldn't believe, but I'm going to unplug this and plug this directly into the TV. And this should be a desktop background. Oh, it's square. We might have to do some changes here and adjust it a little bit, but I'm kind of curious to see how fast this is. It looks like they might have reset it. Look, the time's a little off. It's 2:38, but wow. For a 2011 desktop, we're here. We're here. Okay, let's do the fun part now. Let's see how this thing runs. Still got a sticker on the keyboard there for whatever price it was. And we'll put our mouse up here. We even have a mouse pad. I'm just borrowing things from everywhere. Literally nothing is safe from me. Okay, why is my mouse not working? You just plugged in a device into the audio jack. Yeah, I'm aware. Why are these things not working? It's got power. I wonder if that's frozen now. I'm going to restart it. I'm going to restart this and see what happens. We'll shut her down. And then we'll power it back up. Let's see if this does anything. The Xbox is turned on. Okay, Windows recovery. Start Windows normally? Okay. Might be helpful I turn the lights off. There we go. That's a little better, maybe? The camera's recognizing my face through the reflection there. That's crazy. Talk about crazy technology. $5 PCs from 2011 and face recognizing cameras. Incredible. This is also pretty cool. Invention. $10. Kind of. There we go. It made the noise. My mouse is working. And now we can click things. Wow, this feels so vintage. Let's see. Computer? Is that how I can see all this stuff, or is it control panel? I don't really know how to see the stats. I know how to do it these days. I don't remember how to do it back in the day. We're going to turn to modern technology to figure out these problems of yesteryear. How do I see the stats on a Windows 7 device?
To check your computer stats on Windows 7, you can do the following. 1. System Properties. Right-click on Computer and then select Properties to view your...
Aha! You are so helpful, ChatGPT. Wish you were around in 2011. That would have been very helpful back then.
I'm glad I could help. Technology has come a long way since then, hasn't it?
It sure has. I'm looking at it right now. You versus this. Crazy. All right, bye-bye. Anyways, there you go. We have 877 gigabytes of free space. Is that in focus or not? It's thinking about it. Think of how many Nintendo games I could put on here with that. Let's look at the rest of the stuff. I'm assuming all of this is pretty much what it said it was. Kind of crazy I could play a DVD on this. In fact, I bought a DVD the same day that I bought this. Could I play a DVD on it right now? I'm kind of curious about that. I bought this DVD at that same yard sale. Let's see if this plays it. This is 100% not related to what our initial goal was, but being that we have a DVD drive, why not try it out? I've heard good things about this movie. I know nothing about it, but it was 50 cents. And I thought, you know what, for a rental, let's give it a try. And a good thing for experimenting here too. We'll pop this open. The disc drive comes right out. Oh, that's cool. Although the door kind of shuts on itself. But you just kind of put this in, almost like an old PlayStation 2. I'm assuming I can just push that. Whoa. 2011 had it going on, dude. They knew what they were doing back then. Let's see what it takes to get this to play. Maybe it'll autoplay. I've never played a DVD on a computer before. But it would be good to see if we have sound as well. A good test all around. Is there a program that plays DVDs? There's DVD Maker. I think it's probably the Windows Media Player, I would assume. There we go. Insert a disc into the drive. I did.
If Windows Media Player isn't working, you can try these alternatives. 1. VLC Media Player. Download and install VLC Media Player, a free and versatile media player that supports DVDs. 2. Check DVD drive. Ensure your DVD drive is working properly and the DVD isn't damaged. 3. Update drivers. Check if your DVD drive drivers are up to date. Let me know if you need more help.
I'm getting the circle of death. Kind of like what you look like, only it's blank in the middle.
It seems like your computer might be freezing or having trouble reading the DVD.
Wildlife in HD is the only video on here. Well, we can use this to test and see if the... Oh, the sound's working. Is this the content you subscribe for? Me when I find a yard sale score? Me when I get home? Alright, well, that is working. I guess maybe we just can't play a DVD, but whatever. Is this... Yeah, it's a DVD. I was like, maybe it's a Blu-ray. It's not. Try it one more time, and then we'll just bail, and then we'll get this thing hooked up to the internet so we can do our thing. Because this isn't really our thing. This is just, as I said, it's just a side quest. If anyone watching this has any pro tips on getting DVDs to work in fossil PCs, let me know. I'll give it a shot. But for now, we'll bail on this. In the meantime, we need to go back into the storage room at Doom, and I need this cable right here. We'll get ourselves on the internet. You plug that in there. Everything kind of has its spot back here. And then you plug this part into your router, which thankfully over the summer I upgraded, and I have a second router down here. Oh, almost lost you guys. We'll come around the front here because this isn't a permanent setup. It's just temporary, sort of like the gravity working against my camera. And oh, whatever. Just take my word for it. I'm plugging it in here. How we can download more Wildlife in HD videos. Currently connected to network 2. Let's see if we can go online. Hey! We can go to Google! Let's go to YouTube. Let's see if my channel pops up. YouTube. Whoops. YouTube.com. Let's try out this other website. Please update your browser. I can't go to YouTube. They don't like Internet Explorer, apparently. They want me to use Opera, Firefox, Edge, or Google Chrome. I guess we'll use Google Chrome. Having some slight difficulty here. This does say this device won't receive updates because Google Chrome no longer supports your operating system. But you can still download, right? Oh my god. Maybe we won't be downloading Chrome. Okay. It's giving me crap. Let's try Firefox. On second thought, why am I even bothering putting this on the internet? I'm not going to be using it for any internet activities. This is more of just an experiment, just like the DVD was. Also a failure. But our main goal is still before us, and that is to play classic games on here, as I may have mentioned once or twice. So let's just forget this. Let's go to my actual computer, and then we'll put the stuff onto the hard drive, and should be easy peasy. This power cable situation is definitely messing up my operation here, because now I need to shut this off, and then I need to steal the power cable again to plug my PC in, because that's where the ROMs are currently. Who wants to do things the easy way anyway? Still shutting down. We wait. Don't interrupt that. Any day now. It's definitely going to be turning off. Shut off. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. When's the last time you shut something down that took that long? Holy. That is remarkable. It's just chugging too. There it goes. It just shut off. Finally did it. Okay. Now we can borrow the power cable. This is so silly. I was just excited to do this and I'm not bringing you along, so you have to suffer along with me. Let's turn this PC on. And here we are. I have the background change every day so I get to see a new place in the world, which is pretty cool. I have a folder on my desktop with all the ROMs. And I have Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis. Not only US, but I think Europe as well, maybe? Yeah, we've got like every game on here. Not sure if this is actually going to work or not, but I'm installing RetroArch to that thumb drive that I just plugged in. So we'll have to see if this actually works. I don't know. That's crazy. All those games, basically the entire library of 3 consoles, downloaded in half the time of this one program. Thinking about how I used to go buy physical games at the store and then I'd come home to play them. Then you'd have to sit through what seemed like forever for it to do updates. Just an update to a game, whereas I just downloaded the entire library of all those consoles just like that. What are these times we're living in where this is even possible? But there it goes. I'm curious to see if this actually works. That'll be the real test. I know the ROMs are good, but will the emulator actually work there? We'll find out here in a few seconds as this does its final progress. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Safe to remove hardware, and now we got to do the thing where I borrow the power cable again. I would say of all the setbacks that we ran into during this process, of which maybe we're not even done yet, this is probably the most annoying one. Let's boot it, hopefully for the last time. There's our green. Again, I can't unsee the Xbox. Probably take that disc out of here too. There it goes. I don't love that door, how that door comes over like that. That seems like bad design. There it goes. Alright, we're back on our home screen. We have exactly 2 available slots for the USB drive, which I will just plug into that one. Here's RetroArch. RetroArch. Let's see if this actually works on here. That would be pretty cool if it did. But it might be like, whoa, what is this ancient computer you're trying to run this on? I clicked it a couple times. Oh my gosh, it actually worked. Oh my gosh. Might have to use my other USB for our one controller here. We'll get this baby plugged in too, because I'm going to want to play if we get this working. And I don't want to sit and wait for my controller, so let's just get it done. All of my ports are now going to be full. And this cord is like 1 foot long, which is alright for the situation we're in here. But that should work, hopefully. We got an orange light at least. Yeah. Okay, installing driver for that. Let's play the most classic of games. Nintendo. Should I not play Nintendo, though? I feel like Nintendo is going to come after me. Let's play a Sega game. Because I feel like Nintendo is going to see this and be like, we're suing him to oblivion. All those games, it was all imagination. None of that happened. Let's do Sega. Let's just do this one. I don't know if that one's good or not, but we'll find out. Load content. No. Oh, is that zipped? Well, these are all zipped. Okay, I guess I'm going to extract these. This might take a little bit of time. I'm extracting all the ROMs. Oh boy. I have to take back what I said earlier about this being easier than going and getting my console and hooking it up, because I could have easily went into the storage room, grabbed my Nintendo and some Sonic, and I'd be playing it probably a half hour ago. Instead, we're doing this. But maybe this is an investment in the future. Maybe this was just a waste of $5. We'll make that 15 with the added cable, and my time, and yours. 14 hours? No. No, okay, hold on. No. We're not doing 14 hours. No. This is feeling like a worse idea by the moment. Even canceling it is like, it might take 14 hours. That activity just sent this computer into a tailspin. There is, I don't know if it's we're coming back from this, boys. It's the circle of doom again. I just want to like click a game and extract just a singular game, but like so many things are like seemingly happening in the background. I'm thinking maybe I should just restart. This is not turning out the way that I had hoped in any way. It's a disaster from the beginning, but we're having fun though. I mean, sorta. There it is. It's so slow. I think it's restarting. Yeah, I heard it. It might be doing it. This is not a great experience. In my mind, this was going to be like the coolest thing ever. I was like, $5 PC, I'm going to be playing all my games. You didn't want this, did you? You were happy to be in retirement. You didn't want to come back out to play some games. We're not giving up just yet, but we're pretty darn close. I'm going to restart this, assuming that like the shutdown goes through, and then we'll extract one game and then try running it. We're so back. Let's see if we can extract Sonic. There it is. Open. Will this actually work? Oh. Oh. I think we're asking too much here, maybe. One more time. Let's load content. And then we'll go to file browser. No. Load content. Oh, no. It may seem like I just wasted $5, $15 on a old PC that was destined for the trash. And maybe that's right, but at least we got to experiment a little bit. I honestly, if this can't do that, I don't really know what else I could do with this. I might mess around with a little bit more, but I need a way to like actually play ROMs on here. Maybe if I just download a single emulator and a single ROM, and then I try putting that on here and seeing if that works. Because I'm trying maybe something a little more complicated than what it needs to be. Why don't I try that? I'm okay with this being a failure, but I'm not okay with giving up too soon. So let me try one more thing. I got one more trick up my sleeve, and we'll give it a rip. And if this works, great. And if not, we'll be seeing you later, my friend. I'm only doing this if I can actually download it from this PC. I'm not going to go back and forth again. We'll just go with this one. If we go to File, and then we load Genesis ROM, will this actually work? Sonic is there, and open. Dude. Sega! Let's go! I mean, it's playing in like such a small window. That is super loud too. Green Hill Zone. Oh my gosh, let me minimize all this other stuff so this is not so distracting. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. We might have to program this. I found where I can set my controller. There it is. And I can define it. Down, left, right. A button, B button, C button. Okay. Start, X, Y, Z, and that. Okay, I think we're good. Ready? Start. And I'm trying to show, this is going to be the most awkward thing you've ever seen. But there you go. I can move. We can jump. We can't do both at the same time with only one hand though. That is the problem. But we got it working. It was quite the journey to get here. All right, I got to play a little bit now. Pardon the crazy camera angle here, but I'm trying to show this off to you. It's showing 59.8 frames per second down the bottom left-hand corner, so it can definitely run this. Let's make it through the first level. Let's just play through. We deserve this. We earned it. Especially you for sitting through this whole thing. Me trying all these experiments. I actually really had fun. Look at that. No problems at all. We went down to 59.7. I'm just speedrunning this entire level. Just jump past everything. Get the ring, and we did it. That's our celebratory music right there. Sonic has passed Act 1. Mission accomplished. Oh god. This is where I'm gonna fail. We're one-handing it again. Oh no.
Is Sonic boy?
Yeah, I made it. Oh, there's the goal. I'm gonna try to get over there, Clark. I didn't get any of the chaos things or whatever. Whatevs. I did it.
Playing on your PC?
Yeah, my $5 PC is PCing. It took a lot of work, but we did it, boys.
Nice.
Mission accomplished.
Is there a way you can make it bigger?
That's a whole nother video, Clark, man. we're gonna take our wins where we have them.
Let's see if I can do anything with my last life here. I got no rings.
He's on death's doorstep.
Yeah, I killed him. Oh! Hey, my head. No, I keep falling there.
That's the kind of music we needed for the end of the video. I was gonna use that when it didn't work.